Right, testing 1, 2. So, as you can see, we've been trying to put together the stream. It's been very contagious process simply because I'm not familiar with all the settings. I'm learning this process, so there's a curve here. I'm not sure how long it's going to take, but let me start by doing this. I'm going to introduce x.com in a format that I haven't seen around. Okay, it's basically deconstructing their post and trying to deal with the misinformation, disinformation, propaganda, and the definite maggot shenanigans that go on this platform, this freedom platform. And as we move through the posts and uh, the junk and the propaganda, we're gonna learn how to not only identify the function, but identify the implications and the impact that it has on us. Now, I'm not an expert in any of this, okay, but I do have an incredible amount of experience in the electronics industry, hardware and software, and social media. So I'm going to use some of that experience in trying to kind of pass along ideas that might prove helpful. Um, so it's not a perfect presentation yet, but I hope that as I continue on this journey of exploration, I'm going to get better, and it sounds and of course people will be willing to listen to what I have to say. Let's take a look at this one. Area Jasmine, born in Detroit to Egyptian immigrant parents. Well, that's a great statement, Ariana. But let me say this: you're one of millions, okay, that Americans that have been born to immigrants, parents, okay, immigrant parents. So, congratulations. Um, we're looking at a statement you made, radical Islamist. And of course, that goes on to say that she's referring to our favorite Senator Tommy Tuberville, the coach turned senator turned racist, or he was always a racist, let's remember that. And he's saying that Michigan Democrats voted to send a terrorist to the Senate. No, they voted to send an American to the Senate. All right, we have this the Democrats saying Makita Bradshaw is a Democratic nominee for Tennessee, and here she is. So something's happening on the political trail that's getting Democrats connected. Could it be related to the economy? And of course, our ever-present Rocket Man and his famous Starlink. I don't have too much to say about Starlink except that it's engineered by SpaceX and owned by Elon Musk, and that's just enough. And of course, Anita Hill. I mean, they had to resurrect her. I don't know why, but it's a dead story. And of course, my favorite phrase, fuck Israel. Okay, okay, here we go. And we're getting down to the finite reasons why visitors and immigrants can get arrested and they can lose their visas and removed from the United States and deported. And of course, it's all based on a national security decision. All right, so don't drink, don't drive, and you'll be fine. You'll be able to stay here as long as you want, as long as it's legal and your visa says you can. So, the real important question here is how Fox News can say that this is part of a broader push to keep American communities safe. let me tell you something. We were safe before Donald Trump got into office. Okay, let's get that straight. All right. All right. So here's this young man, Sneakio. So he says Matt Walsh is a slave to Jews. True. The Daily Wire pushes Goy Slop film. True. Joe Rogan, the cockroach man, creates an echo chamber. Oh, yes, he does. I don't know Pablo. You know, Laura Loomer. She's been around for a while. Anyway, she loves Israel. Okay, and I guess he's saying, "Hey, fuck Israel." That's what Sneaky O says. Turnbull. I like Texas. I like how Texas Republicans pretend like they haven't been in power for 30 years. Wow. Ken Paxton. I mean, he put capital C in corruption. So he's telling you another lie, by the way. The Lakotas don't make whites look bad. Whites make themselves look bad. So I guess he says, don't stop blaming Mexicans, Asians, or the black people. They didn't do anything to us. It was the whites. Okay. Hey, look. We know about the massacres. We know about the exiles, the reservations. We build them, the broken treaties, every one of them. Boarding schools, smallpox, blankets, poisoned rations, religious persecution, alcohol prison, hazardous waste. And yet, somehow we're still here. And this is true. This is very true. The voice of the rabbis. If you're Jewish or non-Jewish, please let the world know. Jews and all over the world not responsible for the actions of the Zionist state of Israel. But you voted for Bibi, okay? So he wouldn't be there if you didn't vote for him. So you're stained. Israel doesn't represent the Jewish people. You know why now? Because everybody's against you. You're saying that now. I guess you're the common sense Jews in Israel. Anyway, let's make a distinction. Israel and Jews are two different concepts, okay? Jews practice Judea, which is a religion. Israelis practice genocide because they're Zionists. So, and they're still Jews, but they're Zionists, which means they're Nazis? Okay, breaking. The FBI confirms that while Adrian Fonts was a recorder, his voter registration system was hacked. And how do we know that? Then, as a Secretary of State, his system was hacked. He's in on the deal. His response? Spend your tax dollars on the World Cup ads promoting himself instead of investing in cybersecurity to protect your sensitive voter data. How did they make these statements? Restoring the historically low confidence in our elections begin with firing Adrian Fontes. Okay. I get it. Alex is a candidate for that position. That's why he's, chopping at the bits here to get this guy thrown out or unelected. Okay, my favorite guy, Eric. Eric is a chief content officer of Right Line News, Florida Voice News, Maryland turned Floridian, politics, and breaking news alerts. And men must vote. I guess he's quoting Charlie Kirk. President Trump just dropped this line on Rhino Senators Lisa and Bill. They voted to impeach me. Oh, yes, they did, and they're going to do it again, boy. I think I'm going to support them. You think I'm going to support them voting to impeach me, my beautiful maggot base, the greatest people on earth? You're losing them in droves, dude. They're running away. They're not coming to your rallies anymore, you turkey. Anyway, you know what to do if I voted in favor of someone who voted to impeach the person that they love, and I love them. They would not be happy. Listen, I don't know if you've heard of this Chinese professor online. He's very analytical. He breaks down our society in ways that amaze me. I don't see how you could have such clarity when we have the bastion of knowledge and education and great brain trusts here that don't know anything about our society, but this guy does. And I don't know, maybe it's a reflection of the times or the lack of education. But at any rate, here's the deal. There is nothing that this man can say that can convince anybody if you just apply a little bit of logic or maybe take the time to search on your AI assistant, and ask him point blank and double check what he says. And then you'll find out that he is constantly lying to you. All right? Okay, next we move on to Ambassador Peter Lamlas. A matter of national security for the United States, Argentina, and for the energy companies that are invested in Vaca Muerte in Necun. We are willing to help identify reliable and secure companies and suppliers. Uh, I data security, integrity, privacy. What does that mean? I all these words they don't say anything. All right. Andy Ogles. Listen, this guy. Anyway, he lost, so that's just enough about him. He deserved it. He earned that losing streak. Okay. Well, anyway, we have these. These are entertainment shots. I think Elon decided that he wanted to start bringing in um, these shorts that educated us and stimulate us, and of course, you know, throw a lot of cake at the men and at the women. So keep your eyes open and keep scrolling. The cost to a decent person is 0 0. He goes to pick up a dog out of the street. He's a hero, of course. Look, I'm these shorts on animal rescue. There's only one question I gotta ask: how is it possible in every one of these shorts they always have a video camera, a video phone camera ready or already running, like they've already planned it, like it was premeditated, you know? And it's just really difficult for me to have any credence, so to speak. But they make you feel good. They say, "Oh God, I hope this is real true because if it were, that means that we're decent human beings." All right. So let's move on. Mike Davis. Mike Davis he's lost. He's lost on Earth. Um, he's a contradiction because he's this macho man, right? He's a macho image. Blah blah blah. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Blah blah. And then he's up there kissing Trump's ass. So I don't know how you could do that. Okay, I don't know how you could be a macho man in your state of Georgia and then go up to Washington and be an ass kisser. You gotta understand that's not something you do, and then think that people are going to respect you and vote for you. So here we go. Here's some more memes. Imagine being so stupid, idiotic, uneducated, gullible, brainwashed, moronic, racist, sexist. Wow, the list is long. And it boils down to, why would you vote for a pedophile, a convicted rapist, a convicted felon, a fraudster that says he won the 2020 election when he lost? What? Why would you do that? Only the mindless would know. And that's what maggots are, mindless. Okay, well, we have more foolish stuff done by the police. Yeah, here's my power. Here's my power. Feel my power. He says. he get brutal with a kid. All right. Let's see. Oh my goodness, yeah, man. I gotta tell you, This is the best of all. This guy. These memes were mean when they came out. They were mean. I do not know what I do, sir. Anyway, yeah, these Lego cartoons are funny. I don't know. I don't have time to watch them. I mean, I want to think of other things. And this is nice. Yeah. I like it when animals play because let me tell you, when they play, they're sincere. They honestly like each other. Not like us. We play with each other and we hate each other. Ah, what is it? Oh, money laundering. Oh yeah, we can add money laundering to this criminal. uh, let's see. The movie the Beijing doesn't want you to see the unrestricted war. No, thank you. Yeah, it makes me more depressed than I already am. And this is a foolish question. Do you think billionaires should pay more taxes? Hell, man. We've been knowing that for 50 years. What is it? I like his wife. That's right. You don't need to be sad, man. You did everything right. This guy did everything right. The woman, she did it right on the spot. and Rand is like he's a pancake. In 2015, I think he was supporting the Jews. He got $1 million. Oh, that was a big thing back then. And then he voted for a Jewish bill. Um, then he got in bed with the Russians, and now he's in bed with APAC again. Damn, man, he's a pancake. Yeah, you can't respect anybody. Listen, you can't respect any of these congressmen, any of these senators. None of them. They are worthless. They have, you know what they do? They play that bad cop, good cop thing. You know, the Democrats win, and they say, "Oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that," and then guess what? How many Republicans did they persecute after 9/11? How many of the congressmen? Okay, there was 145 of the suckers that didn't sign they didn't fulfill their oath of office. Did they get arrested? Did they get charged? No. But you know who got charged? The minions. You see, the minions got charged. The Republicans, they raised hell and they do this, they do that. But guess what? Did they really hit the streets? I mean, if they really loved these guys, did they hit the streets? Did they burn the cities? Did they tear down the buildings? No, they didn't. They just complained. They just complained. They say, this is awful. This is horrible. You know, their Democrats are crazy. And on and on and on. And guess what happened? Guess what happened? They want to blame everybody else except themselves. Anyway, let's go on to some feel good posts. Here's one with a horse. Horsey horses. I love horses. And anybody that helps them out, kudos, man. You got my vote for Decent Person of the Year. Oh my goodness, debanking is one of the worst forms of repression. And I guess, Keith got deplatforming. I can't use Stripe. Well, I want to tell you that you don't look very honest, man. I got to be truthful with you. You look like a suspect. Let me tell you. Anyway, moving on. We had a very unfortunate decision in the Supreme Court concerning birthright citizenship. So we're making adjustments. Yeah, his famous executive orders, which by the way become useless after he leaves office. So all that rah 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 the maggots are giving him, yeah, just going to be blah 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 afterwards. Okay, moving on. Birth tourism is as of the signing of this order hereby banned. Anyway, moving on. So I want you to know I'm reading these like spontaneously. Okay, so I'm trying to get up. I'm trying to update my mind, and then I'm trying to dissect them, deconstruct them, so that it makes sense in some form or another as I pay attention to them. And this guy Benny Johnson. I'm in my next in my next my next broadcast. I'm going to talk about influencers on X.com and their impact and influence on the truth, which I don't think they've ever spoken the truth. And one time when they counted the money, they spoke the truth when they counted the money. Anyway, Lisa is not going to support Mr. Blanc. Well, why should she? I mean, this guy's a dude. I mean, let's be frank. As your personal attorney, the only thing your personal attorney does is hide all your sins. So basically, when he goes out in public, makes a press release, refers to a particular what do you call it, a case, he's going to circle jerk right there in public with Mr. Trump. Why? Because he has to support him, and he has to tell the lie. And I don't understand. He's told so many lies. The courts are just giving him passes after passes after passes, and it's like, we're supposed to respect the law in this country, but apparently the law is up for purchase or intimidation. I mean, I guess that you can intimidate a judge, and then he may not do what you want, but he'll certainly do something that appeases you. Appeases your demands. And this is sad. Trump declines to back the moon for another term as Senate Majority Leader. Who cares about who Trump supports? They ain't gonna have. They're gonna do whatever they want from now on. He's lost. He's done. Listen, if you don't think Donald Trump has reached his end, you're living in la la land. Okay, because it's there. Just read between the lines. I mean, guys like Gunter Egglin, this inbred, basically he will say anything and do anything to support our pedo president, okay? And any pedo policy that's pushed forward. He has absolutely no sense of right or wrong because he is only doing one thing. He's praying to the money god. And you know who the money god is. It's Donald Trump. He steals, he corrupts, and he encourages people to be corrupt. And he encourages them to ask him for money. So, this guy, Joe McBride, he's a loser because Andrew and Tristan are depraved individuals. And he's fighting with Donald Trump, which is another depraved individual. And now they're talking about the British have never understood the American spirit. Dude, we are British. No American loses liberty for offending the English. Well, guess what? You're going to find two right now. All right? So, and Candace. I've been listening to this woman forever. She's a flip flop too. I don't know. Who's helping her on this Charlie Kirk thing and her podcast, but she's got some money behind her because she's consistent, and a lot of the research she's done. I know it takes a long time to do research and put it together, pack it up, and then put it on a broadcast. And she's every night, so I know she's got help. All right, so it's like a production team, right? If you look at MSM let's say Morning Joe. Everybody knows Morning Joe. You know, they've been around forever. Um, they are a production crew, and you know, this production crew puts together the content that's going to be hosted on live TV. And of course, we have our Botox Barbies and our Botox Kens, you know, out there. And you know, they're not reporters anymore. They're parrots because they don't investigate. They don't research. All they do is look at a teleprompter and act convincingly. Okay? And for that, for being able to lie, for being able to spin, for being able to ask those tough questions, they get paid $100,000 to $1 million. All right? So let's get real. The mainstream media is dead. They have died long ago. Journalistically speaking, they are dead. Okay? They are now just parrots. And later on, somewhere down the road in this journey, I'm going to share some information that I got on this website, by the way. I got an X. There's a list of the media centers and who owns them. So when you see who owns the media centers, then you know where the message is coming from. See, it's not coming from the streets of America or from the truth. It's coming from the production crew of each of these media centers. All right? So take it with a grain of salt. Listen. Hold your final judgment until you get to your AI assistant. All right? And I'm going to prove that to you. I'm going to prove that to you. I'll show you. I'll provide the receipts. Anyway, so Candace, moving on from Candace, Andrew Wilson. I don't know who Andrew Wilson is. Don't care and don't want to learn. Julian. I've followed Julian for a while now, and he's kind of like a folk hero. You know, he's a folk hero. He's a resistant folk hero. I really don't know how much he did, but I do know that he became a very, very in-demand person by several countries. In fact, he had to hide out in an embassy for a number of years. You can think about that. Excuse me here. I got to take some water. So, at any rate, let's do a little recap, okay, before we move on to this little post. The variety of content that's being presented is selected, and it's selected to confuse us, and it's selected. You think that you're getting that post right then, that somebody's putting that post on. It's not true. It's all algorithms. They're all organized to do one thing, to get you to react. All right? Remember that. Every post is used to get you to react. From looking at at one of these ex-girls, one of these silly questions, one of these, they're all trying to get you to react in some way so they can analyze you, okay? How you respond, your content, and the reply, whatever. So that's the recap, okay? So if you keep that in front of you, right there, every time you look at it and say, hey, how am I supposed to react to this? You're on your first step on trying to unhook that emotional attachment, that emotional connect, and become impartial, objective. All right. So, the Hoover Institution. What is the Hoover Institution? Ideas advancing freedom. So basically, there ain't shit. Okay. As the Iranian regime faces a tipping point. What tipping point is that? Analyze the internal fractures. What are those? And the power struggles. How do you define them? The current political landscape. Oh, okay. So you guys are going to tell us what's actually running on and going on in Iran, but you're here in America. Okay. Okay. All right. Me and my mom. Oh, that's precious. That's precious. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. This is what they do. They break up it's like a pendulum. I feel good, I feel bad, I feel impartial, I feel excited, I feel angry, blah 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 blah, blah like that. Right now, I feel nauseated. uh, why are liberal white women traitors to women? How does that work? Nancy Mason. Nancy is the last woman that should ask another woman anything. I mean, she's so bat crazy, it's not even funny. All right, so we move on. Sidney Powell. Sidney Powell. Oh, yeah, that's a lady who lost 60 court cases for Donald Trump. And she's got my thumb up. Sensational. Keep losing, bitch. Juanita Broderick. Hey, I want to tell you a little thing about Juanita. Juanita was very jealous of Bill Clinton and Monica. Okay? And I'm going to tell you why. Because Bill Clinton will not let Juanita suck his dick. All right? And she hates him for that shit. All right? So there you go. Oh. And of course, our famous pedo president is saying something stupid, which he's very good at, actually. He's a professional. Trump talks about a rule requiring 2 forms of identification to get licensed to shovel snow. What state is that? What city is that? What company is that? Of course, our little Filipino or Malaysian. This guy too much. Anyway, oh, by the way, I think he's supposed to be in Qatar or some shit. He's from Malaysia. He talks about America like he's an American, like he knows something. The only thing he knows is how to run because they're looking for him. Okay. Truth under fire. All right. The Epoch Times. I want you to know that the Epoch Times is based in China. Okay, so get a life. This documentary made me question everything I've been told. The truth under fire. The framing of Charlie Kirk. I'm not sure why we're still on this guy, man. I mean, he was just a racist, man, and he was supported by the state of Israel. And when he decided that he wanted to be a puppet for Bibi, they killed him. Now, I don't know if it was the Israelis or it was the Americans or it was the Egyptians. But somebody assassinated him. But I can tell you it wasn't that kid that they got in jail, okay? He was just the dummy. He was the fall guy. The Spanking Queen. Spawn of the Spanking Queen. I like that name. My mom spanked your daddy, bitch. I believe it. Okay. Anyway, if you're committing fraud against the American people, oh, we're all doing that. All of us in public leadership should be trying to stop it and throw you in prison. Man, you're the first one to go. And Hillary, I got to tell you something, man. Hillary Clinton has been around a long time, and she still hasn't learned a lesson. She's in the rear view mirror, and that's where she needs to stay, in the rear view mirror, because she's got nothing relevant to say. All right? And the Walking Dead that's in Congress, okay? The Walking Dead, because that's what the hell they are. They've been there 30, 40, 50, 60 years. Some of them, they had to resurrect just to get the vote. The mummies. And she's going to be a mummy soon. So she just needs to forget, man. I mean, every time she pops up, everybody goes crazy because they hate her. So, doesn't she get the message? Go away, stay away. And And I support the Democrats. I support the DSA. I don't like the centrist Democrats because all they did was vote for the Republicans, vote for the Jews, and vote for the. So, you know what? Forget you guys. You know, I love what's going on right now. You're all getting whipped, and a new type of America is going to form, okay? And they're not going to put up with a lot of bullshit. And I hope they keep their promise to their voters. I really do. Anyway, we have a lot of people here saying, author, editor, American International Affairs, Dr. Sam X. Okay. America is done. Don't say that. Don't say that. That's not true. No more Israel influence. No more wars. No more wall kissing. I go for that. I mean, who kisses a wall? No more AIPAC. That's true. No more Israel flags and government. I go for that. No more dual citizenship. Listen, if you were a soldier in the IDF and you come back to America and try to live a normal life, and we know who you are, you better be in jail. Okay? You better be in jail. And then after that, we'll take away your American passport and send you back to the desert so you can ride some donkeys. All right, these two guys. What happened? Oh, they saved a monkey. Again, this is the question in my mind. Is this real? It's simpatico. I mean, you know, we have a lot of sympathy. Yes. Oh, shit. Yeah. Okay. Congress works for you to make sure they know it. Make sure they know it. What does that mean? Your representatives have a record. We keep it. There's votes done. Oh, yeah, we do. We know that. The problem is that nobody's interested in finding out what these people actually do because you know why? Because they're too damn lazy. It takes an effort to go online, type their name in, and see what the hell they've done. Oh, that's horrible, man. It's hard. It's really hard. I got to take you away from your beer and your cigarette and that honey you're holding. All right. Let's see. I love seeing American tribes like the Cherokee Nation lead the way on protecting our precious local resources by opposing these data centers on our native lands. Great news out of Oklahoma today with this ban. Listen, we owe these people so much. And I think a lot of people are always asking, why do you feel guilty? As a white person, why do you feel guilty? I'll tell you why you feel guilty. First, because you know your history. And the history doesn't lie. Second, you're living with their descendants just like they are living with your descendants. Okay? So you look at each other across the line, this fabricated line, and you ask yourself, why should I be living on a land that's called a reservation when I'm an American and you guys get to live in America because you're an American? That doesn't make any fucking sense. All right? And every day that exists, you know what else happens? More resentment. And that means more voters are going to vote against your sorry asses in November. But that's okay. I hope you... What's this? What is this? Oh, my goodness gracious. I play music for booking events and businesses only. Oh, you do? Oh, okay. So this is like an ad, okay? Okay. An ass ad. Oh my God. Nick Shirley. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about the GOP talent pool, all right? The GOP has a talent pool, and this talent pool is made up of members of the black community, members of the Latino community, members of the Islamic community, members of the African community, white nationalists. I mean, you name it, they're there, okay? All the categories. So when you need a certain profile, a certain person, they call over to the talent pool and say, bring me that honky. Well, that's who Nick Shirley is. He's that honky. So they trained this little boy. He's a boy toy, so I don't know which of those congressmen has him under his wing. But anyway, they pay him. They they cover his expenses. They make him a national hero, a national personality. and, and all he does is go around accusing, alleging all kinds of negative things about companies and individuals. And of course, when in America, when you get accused of something, well, that's practically guilty. You're practically guilty already, man. If they took the time to accuse you, you're guilty. Well, it doesn't really work like that, but you never get a chance to defend yourself until you get to court and you have your moment, and then afterwards. But the damage, you see, the damage has been done, and that's what these little boy toys do. Like what this guy? I don't know. I can't remember all. There's so many of them. They're all running around in different cities doing different stupid shenanigans. That I think one of them got killed the other day, and one was locked up, and they're coming after him. Okay, they're coming after him because they know that all they're doing is provoking a particular community. They're going into communities trying to provoke them. Okay, and they're trying to start problems. And you know who suffers in that? The police. Yeah, that's who suffers, because when the shit goes south, they're the ones that have to step up and take the bullets and take the Molotov cocktails and and the rocks so I guess they had to make a choice, right? They had to go around and say, I think we better get these kids off the street. I don't want to be facing 400 or 500 people coming to take me out. No, I don't need that. So maybe they'll get smart and just snatch them out of there. Put them in one of those ice prisons. All right, so let's see. This is interesting. The final decision of the Supreme Court current term is a 5-4 majority rule that federal election statutes determined only on the day which voters make their choice, not the day by which all ballots are due. And that's fantastic. And it's too bad for them, for maggots. Here's Mike Lee. Here's another turkey. He's from the Utah cult. You didn't know we had a cult in Utah, did you? Yeah. This prophet, he went out into the Utah desert. He didn't go into the Sahara or Gobi. Nah. He went to the Utah desert and found Jesus. I didn't know Jesus was there, but anyway, he found him, and so he got this great religion. And guess what? It gave him the opportunity, the man in the house, to have as many women as he could. Isn't that funny? Guys are always, these pastors, these prophets are always saying, hey, man, I want as many women as I can have. And that's the cult in Utah. And this guy, he's there. Apart from being a lowlife, a despicable piece of shit, he's also a cult member. So, this sorry loser. Here they are. They're supporting him. Yeah, I'm waiting for they cheated. They robbed me. They did blah, 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 blah. But guess what? He robbed himself. He cheated himself because he took money that was due for charity. He called people a bunch of awful names. And I think he attacked his wife or something. Anyway, he one of those female abusers. And anyway, he deserved to lose. He's a loser. He's not coming back. We're never going to see his ass again. Who is this guy? Harry Fleischer. This is Obama's guy. But you know what? He was never Obama's guy. He was a Jewish guy. Okay, I think I better cut off. Been an interesting moment. I've been trying to, as I said, this is the first broadcast. I was learning the process. That's what I was doing. I was learning the process, and I want to bid you a great day. Have a great afternoon, and I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow.